Okay, Jiren Final Battle Exclusive Edition. The SDCC exclusive for SH Figuarts 2024. One of 3, technically 4. I thought with SDCC coming up very soon, again this year for 2025, I would go over the ones from last year to see how they stack up compared to this year and maybe even the previous year. Because, wow, the choices they had controversial. Very, very controversial. So I wanted to take a look at the ones I got in 2024 because it's been a while. It has really been a while. It has almost been a year since these things have been announced. And it's really interesting what picks they go for every year. Because I feel like there's never a pattern. There's truly never ever a pattern. So when and why and how they do these things. Jiren, Final Battle Edition, right? I'm already going to spoil it. I'll say this is probably the second best or third best. You'll see how I get a little confused, okay? Okay, I'm not gonna call them SDCC exclusives anymore because they're just 2024 exclusives, because there's one from NYCC and I don't want to get those two. Anyway, whatever, boom. Now, this figure, it's pretty good, it's pretty decent. I mean, of course with these exclusive versions, they're just repaints of previously announced and released figures, right? But this repaint, I feel, was kind of necessary for Jiren. I mean, looking back at images of the original release for the Final Battle version of Jiren, I don't know, just the white paint job on him, if it even was paint and not just the mold color, it looked boring. It wasn't striking, you know? It just didn't look right. And that may be because of Jiren's design as a whole. He's not really that interesting, character-wise or design-wise. So, I don't think it's really Tamashi's fault, but having this new paint job on him, I think really adds a lot to it. I don't have the original release, so I can't make an actual side-by-side comparison, but just looking at this guy, I'd say I prefer this version over the base, the standard one. He's not a bad figure in general. Like I said, if you have the original release, there's really no difference, but his neck moves pretty good. He has really, really good butterfly joints. Look at how far they stick out. And then his ab crunch, I feel like could be better. It's like decent, but I feel like with a figure like this, it could be way better. And I feel like ab crunch is the most easiest thing to do on a figure that's shirtless and also has the muscle mass that someone like Jiren does. And yeah, just looking at him, because that's what the exclusives for the SH Figuarts line really boils down to, is how they look, because that'll be the only difference. There's no new updated articulation, sometimes new accessories, but most of the time it's just the brand new paint job and maybe a faceplate that's a little different. Other than that, yeah, this is pretty good. You got a decent spread of faces too. You got the teeth clenched with mouth closed. This one is actually my favorite of the bunch. I feel like it's really expressive and it's also good for like punching this guy in the chest. You need a really good punching expression right there. Like you're taking damage. Especially in something like the Tournament of Power, you're taking damage. So this is a nice face to have. That's about it for Jiren. I mean, there's not really much to say about this guy, because like I'll say again, he's not really that interesting of a character, but I can say that I have had way more fun with him than I expected, and he is really fun to pose with any Goku, but mostly, of course, Ultra Instinct Goku. He's really fun to pose with. And like I said, especially with this teeth clenching face, it is great to get this guy punched in the gut. But of course, that was not the only Dragon Ball SH Figuarts exclusive of the year 2024. Let's get to, I didn't even put him back in the box. I had him displayed. I don't even care that bad. I really don't care that bad.
My name is Trunks, and I come from the future. I also become a shitty, 2024, exclusive figure. I got Diddy oil on me, and I look really awesome. And I come with a Gallic Gun effect, but I also lose my Spirit Sword and my base hair.
Boom. Future Trunks. Super Saiyan. Exclusive edition. That's how you know it's exclusive. You can see they explicitly put the Super Saiyan part because they get rid of his base form. That was in the original release. So you do get a few new things with this, but then you also lose out on some other things. So it's really a question of, is it worth it or not? I mean, he's like okay. I'd say he's definitely the worst of the 2024 exclusives. The one main gripe I have with this guy is his horrible neck joint. I don't know if this is a problem with the original, but man, it's just so loose. His head is so loose on his neck. is that like any like movement at all, like I'm just trying to get it, I'm trying to pose his neck, just fucking falls off easily. I'm putting no force into it whatsoever. I'm just swiveling it on the shitty joint, and it just pops off. And it doesn't help the fact that his hair is so goddamn pointy, is that putting it on is also a hassle and a half too, because you have to make sure you don't stab yourself on accident in the process. So yeah, here he is. There's his little Gallic gun effect. I'm not even gonna open the box for this one because he's not fucking in it. But yeah, I had him displayed doing the Gallic gun. But other than that, I say that a lot, don't I? Other than that, this is before they upgraded to Boy from the Future trunks, where the sword was double purpose and could fit in the scabbard and out. It's a little annoying, but yeah, he's okay. Like, another gripe I have is like his leg articulation. I feel like it's not as good as other figures in the line similar to him. Actually, maybe mine was just like loose a little bit. I don't know. He's a little dynamic right now. He's a little dynamic. Dude, I never shoot videos like this. This is weird to get used to. This is a weird perspective to get used to. But of course, this is an older figure. This is an older mold. So it's not a surprise that he's not perfect. Like I said, my main gripe is the neck and like the paint job. Oh my god, I forgot to talk about this. This is the whole new thing with Tamashii during exclusive events. The shiny aura paint job, better known in the community as the Diddy oil effect. Tamashii, whenever they want to re-release a new figure and make it a little bit different than the last one, especially with exclusives, they put the Diddy oil on it. And they're doing the same thing with this year's Beast Gohan. And it is very, very mixed. Very, very mixed. Me personally, I myself am mixed. I can't even come to a conclusion whether I don't like it or not, because in certain lighting, it looks really, really good. I actually got this guy during a hangout in the city. So I went to Tamashii NYC, and I just picked him up because I was like, why not? He was the only exclusive I was missing at the time, so I picked him up. And the lighting in the coffee store we went to, matched with this guy, oh my god, he looked so premium. But in most other scenarios, he just doesn't look right. I'll be honest with you, I don't mind it on the clothes. But the fact that his skin is really, really pale because of that, and they're going to do the same with Beast Gohan this year. So I'll have a pale ass pinkish Beast Gohan in my collection, and it'll just look off, you know, especially if it's not paired with the aura. But yeah, this guy, he is okay. Definitely the worst exclusive figure from 2024, but he is okay. But he is nowhere near as bad as the choices we got this year. But of course, we're not done yet, and I saved the best for quote unquote last. Son Goku and Son Gohan Kid and the Kinto-un. This right here is the item. This was the one to get in 2024. People still want this because of how awesome it is, especially when it was first announced and released, before we had any lowest born Saiyan Gokus. This was it right here. And obviously, he's out the box. Of course he's on display. Matter of fact, he's not even on display. He's right here on my fucking desk. And he just sits there because of how cool he is. This is an early Z-era Goku, specifically modeled after the opening sequence, the Chala Chala. He comes with the power pole and the aforementioned Kinto-un, and also the little baby Gohan. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's adorable. He's adorable. Look at him. This release, all this in one box for one exclusive edition figure. It was almost evil how they made this an exclusive edition. So evil, because so many people would want to get their hands on this, but they were like, nope, you gotta come to SDCC or New York in August. You gotta come pick this boy up yourself, or you can wait until February. Crazy, mind you, this guy dropped in July, early August, but then they put pre-orders up for him for a January release of that next year. For the people who had to wait, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you did it. This figure is so fucking awesome. Yes, this body mold specifically, right, for the SH Figuarts line, has been reused a lot of times. An example, this one is technically a newer release, but right here is the lowest born Saiyan Goku. And it's basically the same body mold with a few differences. But man, just the things that he comes with, brand new by the way. I want to say this is an exclusive edition figure, but he comes with a whole brand new Gohan and Kinto Un, Nimbus Cloud. Ridiculous. And he was $100. $100. I feel like this is the last time we have actually gotten something that costs that high, but is so worth it from Tamashii. Because now it feels like they kind of just upcharge for fun. It really feels like they want to test how high they can go by putting the most little effort. But this right here really did feel like a love letter. The fact that it's from such a specific era in the Z anime, and it comes with all of these things that aren't really like popular. No one gives a fuck about a Kid Gohan figure. They're more worried about Tournament of Power, Dragon Ball Super, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan, all that hype shit, right? But just to have something like this, man, it is really awesome. It's really fucking cool. And the happy faces. We never get happy faces from Tamashii. We never ever. It is so rare if we get a character and they have a happy face. It looks like they can be casual and not fight. And it's so awesome. It's so awesome. It's really awesome. And also, this figure was future-proofed. As I just mentioned before, this is the latest general release Goku. Lowest born Saiyan, right? Who is also from the early Z era. So what did Tamashii do? When they were making this figure, they said, okay, we are going to make these two figures compatible. So you can swap the faces from this guy over from this guy. And then now, if we go over here, we have a serious Goku. Look at him, dude. Look at him. Like, it honestly feels like the more recent release is just DLC for this guy. Because now he is perfect. There is nothing more that I would want from a Goku like this. He's beautiful. He's so beautiful. It really is a joy to have this figure. Even months later, hell, almost a year later after getting this figure. It is so nice to just have this guy, and he's really fun to play around with. So I don't know how obvious I have to make it. This is the best figure, the best exclusive figure of 2024, and nothing from 2025 comes close, not even the Beast Gohan. This is beauty right here. Tamashii, keep this up. Stop playing around, stop bullshitting us. Keep this up, bro. Give us more shit like this. More shit like this. We want this. Yes, I'm speaking for everyone. We, as in all of us. Boom. SH Figuarts Vegito. Boom. Guess what? It's the Diddy oil again. Yep, he's back. He's back for round 3. He was on Jiren, he was on Future Trunks, and he's back for Vegito. Oh, I have the wrong head sculpt on. Wait, hey, look it. Vegito, like normal. This is how we came. Yup. I would never have a third-party accessory. That'd be ridiculous. Are you serious? This is a really cool one. I like this one. Like I mentioned, you know, the oil is back and the very washed out skin tone, but I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. But this also could be biased from the fact that I don't own the original Vegito release. So this was my first ever Vegito figure right here. This is my first Vegito. So I might be a little biased because I really like Vegito. But I would say this is the second best behind the Goku. It's for a really simple reason. It's just the fact that it is Vegito. Vegito is such a good design. Can't really get him wrong. The articulation is standard for the SH Figuarts line at this point in time. At the point in time when it released. One problem though is that you see I moved his neck a bit, and there we go. There's another problem with the neck. It's always the fucking neck, bro. His face plates come off really easily. And this was a problem on the original release too, without the Diddy oil, and man, it's really annoying to pose him with, and that's exactly why I had a completely different head sculpt on him beforehand. But he is your standard articulation. There's not really much to say about this release. This is another figure where they removed something in favor of adding another thing. The thing they removed being his spirit sword. They removed his spirit sword in replacement for the Super Saiyan Blue Aura. It looks really nice. It does look really nice. And if you have other Super Saiyan Blue figures, it'll work for them too, of course. But was it worth removing the other stuff? I'm not sure. I really like it. Especially with photography, it really does help out a lot. I honestly don't have that much to say about this guy. Like, I really don't. Like I said, he was just my first Vegito figure. But it feels like, other than that being my personal case, there's not much that makes him stand out. Like I said, the Diddy oil is just a leftover from the fact that the other exclusives that year had it. And the only new thing is an aura effect, which is cool, but it's not really unique, is it? Like I said, this can be used on any other Super Saiyan Blue figure. Hell, not even just Super Saiyan Blue. Get creative with it. You could use this shit for anything. Oh my god, okay. You could use it as a weapon too, apparently. That sounded heavy when it dropped. I almost forgot. Another reason why people might not like the Diddy oil. It scratches really easy. So you see here, let me see. I hope the camera is focusing. I can't really see from this angle. There are these scratches here from messing with the ab crunch. And that wouldn't be there on your standard paint job. That's only there because of the glossy baby oil effect. And if that wasn't there, then these marks wouldn't happen. And it's not that these marks happened over a long period of time. Genuinely, after maybe a week of playing with this guy, hell, I'd even shorten it to a few days, I noted these scratches and they become very evident. He also comes with a final Kamehameha effect, but I'm not gonna go too in detail with the accessories either. It's just, I want to highlight the differences from the original releases, and that's exactly what this is. Ow, it just stabbed me. It's so pointy. That's it. Basically, I just glazed the Goku release and now the video's over. Tell me in the comments below, what was your favorite release from 2024? Was it someone like Vegito? Or were you even able to get your hands on these exclusives? Also, tell me that below too. If you were trying to get these, were you able to get them? How hard were they to obtain? Or just looks wise? Well, which one looked like your favorite? Which one looked like you'd have the most fun with? For me, I think the answer's pretty obvious.